SMT Nation, we back. Nation, news out of AT&T. Analysts feel pretty bullish about the direction of AT&T's Internet Air. For those of you that haven't heard of this service before, it is AT&T's Copper Catch, their attempt to offer fixed wireless access, home internet over their cellular network to keep their DSL customers from leaving. And actually, what it's done is it's accelerated their decommissioning of their DSL as well. Anyways, we're going to talk about what 2024 looks like for AT&T with the service and how the rest of the year pans out for the service. All right, article will be linked in the description. Randall Stevenson Jr., lightreading.com. You guys will find it there. And ways to support the SMT YouTube channel. Show your appreciation for the content in the description as well. Okay, so analysts believe that there is a lot of upside for AT&T, and they think that they're going to gain a lot of customers. Analysts at Evercore specifically saying that AT&T will be gaining 75,000 of these customers this year. Now, if you think about how many quarters they've been selling it, it's really a limited amount of time, right? I don't know if it's been officially 5 or 6 months, for the year of sales, but, it hasn't been a full year. And neither have they really scaled the upgrades enough, I think, to truly offer it to a higher pace. But they do estimate that in 2024, that number should expand to 525,000, which would put them at a pace, I don't know, maybe 125,000 per quarter, which is pretty substantial, right? So that's going to be a pretty big jump from, 2023 numbers into 2024. And then that number will probably be very similar to that going into 2025 as well. So I estimated, earlier this year that I thought maybe AT&T Internet Air might end up with about 1 or 2 million customers when it's all said and done. I didn't think it was going to be something huge for them, but it is going to reduce the amount of churn at their company, and it is going to keep money being spent at their company and preventing it from going to some other provider. All right, so other analysts chimed in and basically echoed the same sentiments as Evercore, basically saying the same thing. But AT&T is not hanging their hat on fixed wireless, guys. They're not T-Mobile. They're not Verizon. They are more so a wireline company. They want to sell fiber, right? But until they get fiber to those places, or if they ever get fiber to those places, they need something to bundle up their customers, right? So, who knows how many markets they end up next year, but they got to be in that conversation. They cannot let all these DSL customers simply go to Verizon for fixed wireless access, or T-Mobile for the same service, or, go to some cable operator who decides they're going to come in and build there. AT&T will lose those customers because DSL is slow and DSL is expensive and overpriced. So they know that they're going to have to offer something, and that's what the Internet Air does. Now, what does AT&T accomplish? Well, they're going to take a little bit of share next year. If you think about it, if they add 525,000 subscribers, who was going to get those customers? Those were going to be going to Verizon, AT&T, and cable. So all those companies take a small little dent, take a small little hit. That would have been probably a 10% increase in subs had AT&T not offered this service. So I think it was wise for them to do this. But I got to let you guys know, I think a lot of folks are looking forward to this, and they're trying to leave AT&T DSL. They want something better. They don't want Charter, Spectrum, Comcast, Xfinity because of the explosive pricing and all these other things. It is 100% connected to their C-band and DoD 5G network builds, the 5G Plus network. AT&T has work they have to do. They have to go to these tower sites across the country, and they have to upgrade basebands. They've got to upgrade fiber optic circuits, go 10 gig. They've got to, hang radios and antennas in order to provide enough capacity on that tower site to serve both the mobile customer and the cellular home internet customer. That's what this is connected to. Look at what happened with Verizon. Soon as they went over 200 and 220 million pops of the 5G UW, the C-band, they were able to scale the fixed wireless access across all the metros in the country. And they've been taking share from cable. And they have even been taking share from fiber, as crazy as it sounds, because of the pricing piece. And that's where AT&T, I think, comes in here, right? They need to prevent their churn rates. They need to take their share right? And kind of, respond to those pressures. Don't get it twisted. AT&T is a fiber company. They are a wireline company. The fixed wireless access just happens to fall in place for what they're trying to accomplish in certain scenarios. They prefer to sell internet air to business customers. They prefer to not sell it to residential, but they have no option, as they can't really get fiber to all these locations at a pace that can, get it done rapidly. It's too difficult. It's too time consuming. It's too expensive. It's tough to do, right? So this is going to be the solution for now. Be on the lookout. AT&T is upgrading the network. It's a decent pace of upgrades. As those things come to fruition in your market, maybe this is an option for you. Let me know if you are interested in the service. Also, maybe give me your prediction. How many AT&T home internet air subs do they get by the end of the year? And what do you think they get next year? And what do you think about the prospects of it in the future, long term? Sound off in the comment section below. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.